All right, all right, all right. It says we are live. Let's check it out. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Much love to the chat. Those of y'all that's in the building early. Smash the like button as you come on in. I say smash the like button as you come on in. We're going to talk a little boxing in the AM. Share the video and spread the word to the ends of the earth. 78 Sports TV is live, you dig. All right. Let's scroll up and see what we got in the building thus far in the AM. All right. The homie Ratchet says 91 up in here. Philly Fight Doctor in the building. Let me see here. Bush Baby Boxing. My brother Joe Townsend, what's happening with it? Coming through standing on LDBC business. Make sure y'all go check out Old Hillside Bourbon Company. Yeah, I would have ordered some. I'm gonna get something from you when I start back drinking. Right now I can't drink nothing right now because that drinking be messing up my focus on my diet, man. I'm trying to get some more of this weight off. Let me see here. Slip the jab in the building. Jerry Green, what it do? Pablo Escobar. Brother Sheldon, LDBC had nothing in the building. Coach Hudson is in the building. What it do, Coach? The lovely Brown Sugar Tay-Tay up in here. What we got up in here? Avery Vice is in the building. Anwar Willis. Cobra Head Sports and Entertainment. King Strick. Tamir Ali. Dane Watson. Let me see here. Nassim the Dream. Kevin Hill. Uncommentary with St. Louis. A-Wavy 09. Yeah, y'all hit the like button as y'all into the building. The homie Rod Neal. Mark Hairston. The homie Will Sinclair is in the building. My brother Stephen L. the Mac is in the building. Rat Pack Things. Let's see here. Jalen Hudson. Rick Blackwell. MJ Total Health and Wellness Enrichment. Young World. 619 Cali Factor. Dago in the building. Powerhouse Watson. Patrice. X30. Let's see here. Ern Jordan. Let's see here. Hugo the Mask. Boss Man Dre is in the building. Sniper up in here. The homie Ratchet says 91. Mark Wonderlynch. Iron Waffles. 773 Rick. Brandon Bay. Anthony Bowden. Del Reeve. Let me see here. Mike Wonderlynch. I said Mike Wonderlynch. Sister Shaquilla Fields. Salute to the queen in here. Let's see here. Stephen L. said he had another episode, huh? Freeman's March, what it do? Brother Code 10. Craig L. Brooklyn Born. Aaron Butler, salute. Shogun 76. The Sensei Stormy B-Man is in the building. Go Get the Money is in the building. Elbow. Jay Grant Jr., CJ Robinson, what's happening with it? Shout out to my brother, Brother Code 10 in that super chat early with the 2-piece. Thank you, good sir. He says, what's Boo's agenda, I wonder? Man, just, typical stuff, man. We're going to chop it up, though. We're going to talk about it. Del Reeve, what's happening? Young Deezy, the Black Martial Arts Society, salute. All right, let's go and talk about it, y'all. So, it's come to my attention, at least the word on the curb is, that, what's up, Escalero, Gustavo? The word on the curb is that Jaron Boots Ennis got paid $10,000 to $12,000 to spar with Canelo, okay? Now, I don't know if that was for one sparring session or if he's going to be in camp with him. I don't know how that all works out. But, you would think somebody of Jaron Boots Ennis' caliber would be commanding more money, right? So if it's true that he's only made between $10,000 and $12,000, then he had to be doing this he had to be doing this for another reason. See what I'm saying? He had to be doing this for another reason. Has to be some other agenda behind it for Jaron Boots Ennis. You know what I mean? If he can't get, I mean, if for him to take that little of a money is what I'm saying for sparring, and he's not. It's not like he's some rinky-dink sparring partner. This is Boots. He has to have another agenda. So yeah, I have my suspicions on what that agenda possibly could be. Hold on a second, I'm trying to see something. That's some telemarketer. Somebody called me. I have my suspicions on what that could be. But at the end of the day, you know, I know a lot of people like, oh man, now we're going there Boots, man. Now we go. First of all, I'm gonna say what I want to say on my channel, and no, can't nobody move me off of my position. If you come out with some new information, then I have every right to change my views and say, okay, I was wrong about that, or no, it didn't happen that way, whatever. But what's not gonna happen is none of you dudes is about to bully me off my position. I keep telling y'all, listen, I know my thought process makes a lot of people uncomfortable, okay? Y'all don't like hearing about racism and how race affects boxing. Y'all don't like to think about it. Y'all like to pretend like it don't exist and go on about your life. People be in the chat disrespecting your race, disrespecting your people, and y'all totally ignore it. But as soon as I respond or somebody like myself responds to the racism, here y'all come trying to be like this heal the world, make it a better place stuff. These free willy people, Rainbow Coalition people coming in. Right, but see, every time one of these brothers have a fight coming up, the comment sections, not my comment section, because y'all block them over here, but a lot of people, what they do is they come over here with racism. They go to other channels with racism. You can read it in chat. I've been seeing it for years. Y'all see it, but y'all are cowards. I'm not. It's just very simple. A lot of these guys are just cowards. They're uncomfortable defending themselves. So they come around here. They think, see, they have convinced y'all that if you complain about an injustice, then somehow you are weak. Oh, you a victim. Oh, this guy's a victim. This guy's a crybaby. So they done some reverse psychology on y'all to where now you just let people whoop on you, disrespect your people, disrespect your woman, disrespect anything about you and your culture, and y'all big up everybody else's culture. That's what you do. What's up, Drew Titan LLC in the building? Exactly, Coach Hudson. Spineless. Main biker, what it do? Malcolm McCoy, what it do? So my thing is this. Black people and black boxing fans have always wanted to just watch boxing and for everything to be fair and all that kind of stuff, right? Black folks have shown you throughout the years, we are the most tolerant people. You understand? We are the most fair, quote unquote, people on the planet, right? You see it all the time. Black folks have no problem picking against this black fighter for that person to win. Nothing, right? Even though the masses of other people do the opposite. Okay? How many times have we watched, and please listen, over here we're going to keep 100, okay? So how many times have we watched interviews from Mexican fighters that we all respect and like, but when they're asked an opinion, who's going to win, who you got in this fight between this Mexican guy and this black guy, whatever. I'm just using that as an example. What do you always hear? What is the most consistent thing from the Mexican fighters? Man, it's a tough fight, man. Hey, man, but I got to ride with my Mexican family. Got to ride with my people. I got no problem with that at all. That doesn't offend me. I hear it. I've been hearing it my whole life as a boxing fan. That does not offend me at all. So why are y'all so threatened every time a black person says, hey, I'm riding with my people? Yeah, I got Crawford. I'm riding with him. It don't mean I got something against Mexicans. It don't mean that. So, but why do you perceive it to be that? Why? Why is it that you can ride with yours, but I can't ride with mine? See, that's a situation to where you think you own me, like I'm some little dog, right? I'm some lesser intelligent species that you can push around and bully. And a lot of y'all black dudes on this internet, y'all help people do that, right? Y'all help people do that. A bunch of cowards. Let me read this brother super chat real quick. Freedom's March in the super chat with that 5-piece. Much love, much appreciation, homie. He said, speak on your speech and stand on your square, 78. He says, you are one of the few consistent cats on the tube. Thank you, brother. Definitely appreciate the support. Shout out to Freedom's March. Coach Hudson say, cool, they want to be beloved and accepted by every enemy, by every enemy to their own people. They just do some weirdos, man. And it's disgusting for me to look at it. Like, how do you not understand? Like, how do people not understand why I have a problem with Jaron Boots Ennis helping Canelo to beat Crawford? How could you not understand that? Especially if you're black. How could you not? Because I guarantee you, if the roles were reversed, you best be believing. Okay, you best be if a rising star in the Mexican community came to help Crawford defeat Canelo, oh, it's gonna be a problem. Read the comments; it's gonna be a problem. I'm just telling you, bro. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? I know this make some of y'all uncomfortable that y'all hate this type of conversation, but I'm telling you what it is. I don't run from these type of conversations. You know what I mean? But regardless of the fact, the fight gonna happen. Now, another issue that I'm having in the sport of boxing right now that's bothering me. What's up, my brother Trill Will, LWC, nothing in the building. Every Vice, what it do? Shout out to everybody in the building if I missed y'all. Get the likes all the way up, ladies and gents. Another issue I'm having in the sport of boxing is all these fake narratives, bro. We don't need the fake narratives in the sport of boxing. I understand sometimes narratives sell. Sometimes you need like a little angle or a narrative to help sell a fight or push a fight and all that kind of stuff. I get all of that. But it's so many fake narratives out here. And then boxing fans, y'all act like y'all not even happy. Who's got here? Not really a problem. Only to you victim mentality people. What I tell y'all earlier. Remember I told y'all the technique that they use? This is the technique they use. Whenever a black person stands up for their people or stands up for themselves and complains about something, they say, oh, victim, oh, you're a victim mentality. Meanwhile, if you look around in this country, the people that's crying the most about racism is who? It ain't black folks. It's all these whining, reverse racism. If you're white in this country, you can't do anything anymore. They want us to hate each other. I don't want my kids looking up to Michael Jordan and looking up to LeBron James and all this stuff. We need white superheroes. I don't want Denzel playing a role of equalizer. The equalizer should be white. I don't want Idris Elba playing James Bond. Y'all do more crying and complaining than anybody. Who's the real victim? Sniper, exactly. I literally just said exactly what they do, what their technique is. I've been around a long time. I know these people. That's why they hate me, bro. They hate me because all these little narratives and stuff don't work for me. It worked for a lot of these other channels. See what I'm saying? See, I'll be in these chats. When YouTube had a little free fights, the undercards on, I'll be in the fights. Y'all see them chats. Y'all be seeing it. It be just randomly for no reason. Dudes just come over there. Oh yeah, F the black guy, man. Oh man, I want the Mexican to destroy this black whatever. Like, what's wrong with y'all, dude? This is what they do. So anyway, now what I was gonna say is to get away from this guy. We don't need the fake narratives in the sport of boxing, bro. And as boxing fans, we got to start being appreciative of when we do get good fights. When you get a good fight, sometimes you don't have to spin no fake narrative, bro. And I'm telling you, man, bro, I be so disgusted with my people sometimes, bro. I really am, because it's like, bro, you just got to take. I'm different from a lot of people, bro, okay? And I know sometimes people question why I be quiet about certain stuff, because if I don't protect my peace, I'm going to blow a gasket. Then I ain't going to be good to nobody. If I let certain stuff bother me, and I come on here just ranting and raving every day, I'm going to blow a gasket. Then I can't be no good to y'all or to my kids. So I have to protect my peace. But it's a lot of lies being told on this internet. I don't say nothing. I stay out the way. Right? And the best thing to do, if you don't, I'm going to tell you, this is the best advice I give all y'all. If you don't want to be in the middle of no mess, shut up and stay out the way. I repeat. If you don't want to be in the middle of no mess, shut your behind up and stay out of the way. Because a lot of y'all, you see brothers getting into it with each other. Y'all all in the chat instigating. yeah. And neither one of you know what you're talking about. Just shut up. Be quiet. Because when the people get back cool, they're going to look at you and you're going to look ridiculous. You understand? But anyway, let me read the super chat. We get back to cooking. Darth Cairns. I'm sorry, I can't see your name. Is that I think it's Darth Cairns. But the 5-piece, much love, much appreciation. Says in my Mr. Willie Earl Jr. voice, said you got to make this make sense now. Absolutely. That's what you got to do, Boots. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, young Boots. What's up with it, my brother D-Man Jr.? But anyway, so I try to stay out the way, right? So anyway, some of the stuff we don't need fake narrative. Be happy that you got the fights, right? But brothers, this is what I'm saying about black folk. We are so used to like tearing each other down that we don't know how to act when something good happened to us. We just don't know how to act. It's like, bro, it's for hundreds of years we've been taught this self-hatred, right? We've been taught all this self-hate. So then, every time something good happens for us, there should be good news. It's like the inner jig, the jig germ gets activated in some of our people, and we just start coming out with just something to mess it up. That's what we do. It's like we think we have to do that. We have to come out with something to mess it up. Now, look at this. We got Crawford versus Canelo coming up, right? See, that's a big fight. Huge fight, Crawford versus Canelo. Okay? Eddie Reynoso's gym that Canelo's a part of, right? Now, Eddie Reynoso has had at least 7 different people that he's associated with. Okay? Pop dirty for banned substances. Right? They pop dirty for banned substances. So, I haven't seen any type of sustained attack on Canelo. Instead, Canelo has been given the pass. I definitely ain't seen none of Canelo's people making no big deal about suspicion of Canelo being on juice or anything like that. Definitely haven't seen nothing like that. which I don't expect to either, because some people understand code. Some people still have a culture and they respect themselves, right? But if you turn it on our people, we run around the internet dragging Bud for no reason. Oh, Bud, all this crazy stuff. Why? For what reason? Fake narratives, bro, right? We got, another fight. We got Devin the Dream Haney versus Brian Norman for the welterweight championship. I'm going to get y'all super chats in 1 minute. For the welterweight championship, we got Devin Haney versus Brian Norman, right? Let me see if I still got that up here. Let me see here. Let me see if I still got that up here. Hopefully I didn't delete it. No, I got it right here. Oh, man, I thought I ain't got the date on here. I forgot. Okay. But anyway, I forgot when was this? June? I think this was in June. My bad. It could be late May, but I think it was June. I can't remember. But anyway, Bill Haney put out this list after Ryan Garcia pulled out the Devin Haney rematch in front of the world. After he lost to Rolly, he pulled out the Devin Haney rematch because Devin and them still want to get their get back from Ryan. So when they did that, they put out this list, right? And if you read what it says, Devin Haney versus everybody. So that means every person on this list is a potential opponent for Devin Haney in his next fight. That's what's understood. Everybody understands that. So Devin tried to make the fight Teofimo Lopez in front of everybody. Teo wanted nothing to do with it. Turn the fight down, right? Now, mind you, Turkey has this list. The Haneys put this out there, told Turkey, hey, we'll fight anybody on this list. Make something happen. So they doing their part, Turkey doing his part. This is common knowledge. So they're trying to make the fight with Teo. Teo don't want no smoke, right? They trying to make it with Shakur, but Shakur finna fight Zepeda. So they're like, should we wait until he get done with Zepeda? I don't really want to wait, because if we wait, then he still might say no, and then we ain't got no fight. Tank Davis speaks, he a mark, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't got to talk about him. But definitely money was on the table for that fight, okay? If Tank would have accepted it, Turkey had the bag for him. Turkey offered Jaron Boots Ennis to fight with Devin Haney if he wanted to, fight at 147. And Boots said no, he'll fight Devin at 152. All right? Then, at this point, you have, remember, matter of fact, I skipped some stuff. I apologize. Let me go back up. I think it was around the time after the Teofimo Lopez situation, when they trying to make a fight with anybody, you had a situation where, what's the boy named Africa? Richardson Hitchens had just fought somebody. He fought Cambosis, right? Now, I forgot the date and all that stuff. But Richardson Hitchens started talking crazy. He started calling out Devin out his name, F the Haneys, and while I'm not on the list, y'all ducking me, blah, blah. So Bill entertained that and said, okay, well, since you want to be on there, we can make you an honorable mention. If you want to be on the list, what you want to do? They quickly found out Richardson Hitchens didn't want no smoke, right? So by this time, Turkey, who's doing his job, is working on the Norman fight. Devin Haney said, yeah, cool. That's the fight I want. I can fight for another title. These other dudes don't want no smoke. Norman said, yeah, we want that fight. That's the end of it. There shouldn't be nothing else to talk about other than we got a good fight coming up. But what do we have? Narratives. Nah, Bill didn't really want to fight. Bill crazy for putting this on this fight. This is stupid. Man, Devin didn't want this fight. Turkey forced them to take this fight. I'm like, bro, how do... I'm sorry, bro. My head hurt, my heart hurt. How do you put out a hit list and somehow you really don't want the people on the list? You're just bluffing. Like, this fake narrative is what I'm telling y'all, bro. We don't need it. We don't need it. We got a good fight coming up. Let's just be happy. Let's be happy. Why do we need for somebody to be scared of the other person. Why? You know why? Because that's what you're used to. It's ridiculous, bro. Now, anyway, let's talk about Lamont Roach and Tank, little Tank. So, I gotta read these super chats real quick. Hold on. My bad, y'all. Let's see what we got here. My brother Trill Will, LDBC enough in the super chat with that 5-piece. Much love, much appreciation, bro. Says salute to the mighty LDBC. Yes, sir. Appreciate your love, bro. Freedom's March in the super chat with that 10-piece. Much love, much appreciation, fam. Salute. Said the LDBC is much appreciated. Says y'all help me maintain the hope that we can overcome. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate that like a mug, man. My brother, Freedom March. Ty French 600 in that super chat with the 2-piece. Thank you, sir. Says Cook on it 78. Ninja logic is diabolical. Absolutely. Absolutely diabolical, bro. Philly Fight Doctor with the 10-piece. Appreciate the support, good bro. Thank you, sir. He says Boots is my when it comes to him. I don't understand that part. I think he missed it. I don't know. He says I'm unbiased. I have to admit, I really just think that Boots Boots relished in the opportunity to test himself against Canelo. I mean, it could be that. It could be that. It could be something just as simple as that. But I'm gonna tell you why, Philly Fight Doctor, why I'm having an issue with Boots. It's not just this thing here. It's a lot of stuff in totality with Boots, bro. When you look at what's up, King G, the box odds I see in the building. Shout out to everybody I might have missed in the chat, man. I've been having my thing on a different screen. Let me see here. But anyway, it's Boots. What's upsetting me with Boots is what's happening in totality, right? So I heard from my own ears. I heard Boots say. I heard him say it myself. I heard Boots say after he fought Stanionis and dominated Stanionis, I heard him say he making 147 easily. Right? He said he's making the 147 easy. He said, "Yeah, I know I'm a big guy, but I don't have no trouble making 147." So I said, "Oh, okay, cool, no problem making 147." Boots gonna be down here for a minute. We got some good fights coming up. Then all of a sudden, you get offered this career high payday to fight some easy work in Teofimo Lopez. And I believe Teofimo Lopez is easy work for Boots. I think Boots stops Teofimo, embarrasses him. It would have been Boots' greatest victory, I think. You know what I'm saying? But he said no. Boots said no. Right? He obviously had the situation with Brian Norman Jr. and Boots, you know, he that fight didn't happen over 200,000. Now, some people say they think the Normans ducked it. They should have took the fight. No ifs, ands, buts about it. And I'm of the belief that Jaron Boots Ennis, if you're going to go out of your way to give Stanionis extra money to unify with him, I feel like you could have did the same thing with Brian Norman. It's not like Stanionis is some pay-per-view star or something, because Boots and Brian Norman in Atlanta would have went crazy on the numbers. So it's not like you did good with Stanionis or something. But anyway, then you turn down the Devin Haney fight at 147, and you said that your doctor told you. He said your doctor told you that you were only operating at, I think you said 50% or 30% or something, right? Your doctor told you was only operating. You don't know how you doing this. He said, but if you moved up in weight, you'd be twice as good, right? So Boots said he gonna move up to 154. Fine. So when Turkey said, okay, cool. You know, if you're gonna move to 154, we got some great names for you, and we got a bag for you. Boots turned around and said, nah, I want a couple tune-ups. So I want a couple tune-ups. And then Tank like, no, I don't do tune-ups, bro. What are you talking about? I thought you just said that you were only operating at 50% at 147. So why do you need tune-ups at 154? What are you talking about? So Boots is what he's doing right now is he playing politics, and it's a clever little game, but it's gonna backfire later. This is some Demetrius Andrade stuff he's doing, right? He think he's stealing money, but it's gonna hurt him later, right? Yeah, he definitely. I told you he didn't want to fight Devin at 147. He tried to fight him at catch weight at 152, which is ridiculous since Devin hasn't fought at 147. So when you put all that stuff in totality, and now you are over here sparring with Canelo. Look, bro, if you're gonna spar with Canelo, you can fight Teofimo Lopez and beat him. Like, I don't understand what you're doing, bro. I just think this is some horrible career choices that Boots is making right now. Horrible. Fool Lab Earthman is in the super chat. That 20-piece chicken nugget. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the love, good brother. He said 78 the general. Salute to the general. Thank you, sir. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. All right. Now let's get to this here. Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach says on Twitter, because him and Tank been going back and forth. I haven't followed the whole thing, but I did read a lot of it. Lamont Roach Jr. says, all you stupid MFers know if I received some step-aside money, I would have told you and showed you. Kill that narrative right now. Hey, man. That's what I'm talking about. This is the theme of this video. Fake narratives in the sport of boxing. You don't need them. Sometimes it's just plain and simple. Tank Davis ducked Lamont Roach. It's simple. I know that can make you uncomfortable if you're a Tank fan. You don't want to say those words because you feel like you're turning your back or you're betraying Tank or something. But that's just what happened, bro. It's not like all right, look. If Tank were to move up and fight another boxer for a title, right? Or a legend like a Pacquiao or something, yeah, some people might still say he ducked Lamont Roach. Me personally, I wouldn't. Because it's a legacy fight. Still got to come back and see Lamont Roach. That's a legacy. Jake Paul is not a legacy fight, right? But, Tank has, in fairness, Tank has said that he don't care nothing about his legacy. He cares about making his money. But anyway, Tank fans is out here trying to justify Tank ducking Lamont Roach by creating these fake narratives that, they paid Lamont Roach step-aside money. Lamont Roach took the step-aside money. Can't get bad at Tank if Lamont Roach took the step-aside money. Complete lies. Man ain't got no step-aside money. Another narrative that Tank fans is making up is that Tank is making all this crazy money. Tank he's gonna make $100 million. Tank's gonna make $20 million. Tank got a guarantee of $50 million. Just nonsense, bro. Nonsense. So Tank says here in response to Lamont Roach, he says, exactly, because you a itch. Now go sit down and put your hands on your chin and figure out how that happened to your man. He says, same way I put food in your mouth, I took it. Snatches, whatever. So anyway, he basically trying to say that Lamont Roach wasn't gracious enough. You know what I'm saying? Because Lamont Roach didn't kiss his behind. Therefore, I'm not giving you no other payday. And some Tank fans are justifying this. Some of them justifying this, Somehow you gotta kiss their behind. Now, who is this dude here? This dude here. 78 the hater. What's up, baby? Somebody block dude. Grown man coming over here. Told y'all these dudes be so undercover zest. These ridiculous. Sugar Night Cigar in the super chat with that 5-piece. Appreciate the love, fam. He says, The fight's on Netflix. Millions will be watching, and Boots helping the other side. He says he knows the other side want to see Bud win, or even see him win. Shaking my head. Other side don't want to see Bud win or see him win. No, maybe he don't know. There's a lot of people that's delusional, bro. There's a lot of black fighters, black folks in general, that's delusional when it comes to race in this country, and how things are perceived. Everybody else gets it, but black folks, each generation, we get further and further away from Jim Crow, slavery, and all that. The more foolish we become. Black folks was a lot smarter in the 60s. Had a lot more socially conscious people. We're more aware. We even got smarter, a little smarter than that in the 70s. But since then, it's been going downhill. Philly Fight Doctor in the super chat with that 10 piece. Appreciate the love, fam. So I meant to say Boots is my guy. And when it comes to him, I'm biased. He says, I definitely support Team Boots to the fullest. He says, but I have questioned a few of the business moves they made. Salute you, bro. Appreciate the $10. But yeah, man, I mean, I feel you, bro. But at least you're honest. At least you're honest, man. At least you're honest about how you feel about the situation. He said, Pastor Student said, 78, did you see the debate between Amanda Seals and 20 black conservatives? No, I turned it off after the dude from, I think he was from Angola or something. I couldn't listen to dude. Like, the nerve to just sit down in front of this chick talking about some, like, dude, how old is dude? You ain't been through nothing yet. And that's my problem with a lot of these dudes. Like their family, them brothers who be on YouTube. What's it, the Cartier family, whatever. You know, dudes, they always doing reactions to stuff and sitting back there nodding their head and, you know, disrespecting black folks all the time. You know, they're young and they got no sense of history or understanding their history. But that's on their parents, though. You know what I mean? That's on them and their parents for not instilling the importance of research and pride in your people. So what happens is, black folks, we start making some money. We move outside of the black community because we want a better life for our children, a safer environment. And you send your kids to these schools, let them rub elbows with them other folks, them pink people. And before you know it, your kids start to develop self-hate issues, right? You know, yeah, they still might dress in hip-hop, quote-unquote, fashion and all that. They still might even have dreads. But they despise their own people. And they start looking at the news clippings, and every time black folks do something in the restaurant, black folks get into a fight at Burger King, black folks get into a fight at the beach, they feel embarrassed. And they sit around, they feel like they got to apologize for the actions of their people. And but the same stuff can happen in their white neighborhoods, these suburban areas, but they don't look at it the same way. See what I'm saying? Because their mind been trained different. So now, the success of their parents and the parents not instilling racial pride and history in their children is what leads to these ninjas today running around here constantly like some Rottweilers searching for some crumbs to fall from their master table or a pat on the head, a little butter biscuit or something like that, you know what I mean? And that's the problem with these dudes, in my opinion. Right, Coach Hudson. Illusion of inclusion. Exactly. Drew he said, note to Boots fans, y'all keep putting that hater term on me when it comes to Boots. Says, you will not like how I drag him with the truth. He says, you've been warned. He will get that tank treatment. Yeah. Boots got to tighten up, man. He got to tighten up. See, what he doing is I think Boots, if I'm not mistaken, I think Boots just signed another 3-fight deal with Matchroom. And so I think he got 2 scrub fights coming up. So he's going to get paid by Eddie for 2 scrub fights. And then that last fight, he probably fight somebody good in hopes that he get another contract. But the problem is, Boots, if Eddie ain't making no money off of you, he going to drop you. That's what Eddie going to drop you quick if he ain't making no money off of you. What's up, Murph 15? Murph say, gotta teach the babies the true history. Facts. Cheeseburger, what's happening? Said some Cheeseburger say some yesterday in the chat talked about the Hodge twins asked to be included. Let me see. Let me go back up here. In that in the all white community, but got rejected. Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know how true it is. That's what I heard though. But I like seeing that. I like when all these jigs come out making 100 videos talking bad about black folks, right? Talking crazy about black folks. And then the people they try and impress reject them. Boy, I've seen that so many times over the last 5 years. Man, it'd be hilarious. I done seen Tommy Sotomayor, this dude who does some of the most jigging that he can possibly do. And I seen this dude get cursed out by some little racist dude cussed him out. He's like, dude, we don't want you over here. Get out of here. Tommy thought he was doing such a good job of cutting the jig back, but he ran into one of them real ones. One of them stone cold ones who don't want you nowhere. Look, I don't even want you listen, when white folks have a discussion, we don't want you over here. Going outside with the rest of the ninjas. That's how he treated Tommy. And a lot of them get treated like that, to be honest. Look at Jason Whitlock. Whitlock be talking all that craziness, but he can't even keep a job at Fox. Boxing Hacker in the super chat with that 5-piece. Appreciate the love. Says Paul and Ryan talk crazy about Tank. He will fight them. But if it's Lamont, he says Shakur or Devin, call them out. They cross the line. Yeah. That's the hypocrisy of Tank. That's the hypocrisy of Geronte Tank Davis, bro. What's happening with Curtis Robinson? Hey, no, it ain't. Hey, that's what I'm saying, Rod. Rod say, is it $12K a day or just $12K? From what I heard, it's between $10,000 and $12,000 period. But I don't know if it's, it ain't enough details. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's $12,000 a sparring session, that would make more sense, I guess. But I heard that, yeah, the man just got between $10,000 and $12,000 for his services, period. Curtis Robinson, saluting the super chat. Appreciate the love. So 78, can you please rent me? I'm sorry, bro. I can't rent you for at least another 6 months. Anybody, I'm gonna tell you how this works over here, bro. If you ask me for a wrench, you're guaranteed not to get one for at least half a year. People come on this page and they just wake up with a wrench. You get a wrench because you're a supporter. And what I mean by a supporter, not just a super chat sender, but somebody who's here frequently. So when I go live, you're here to support. You're hitting the like button. You're sharing the video. You're in the chat, engaging with our conversations. You know what I'm saying? And if I see you a few times a week in my chat, and you offering some valuable contributions, you're gonna wake up one day with a wrench. If you come here, you ask me for one, then I'm thinking you up to no good. Now I'm not saying you up to no good. I'm saying that's what I'm gonna think. Let's see here. Jermaine 419 says, so why is Roach suing? I don't understand unless the rematch was signed by both sides. I don't know if Roach is really suing or what. I don't know. I think that I can understand Lamont Roach being mad, for sure. I can definitely understand Lamar Roach being upset because Lamar Roach probably feel like, hey, man, I had other opportunities. After the Tank fight, I could have moved on and rode that momentum and got me a fight with somebody else. Instead, I waited on this guy who didn't show me no signs he wanted to fight me. PBC not communicating with me, bro. Later for these dudes. If I'm with my Roach, I'm not doing no business with PBC no more. If I'm with my Roach, I'm getting away from them. Told y'all they was tacky. What's happening with a drink? See, Black Martial Arts Society telling the homie about the yeah. Like a couple years ago, I had some craziness going on, bro. I had like some secret haters over here. I know who they is now, but at that time I didn't know. You know, people be pretending like they cool with you, you know. So people was over here. They had wrenches on my page, and it was like doing some suit, man. I mean, straight haters. Like, just say hypothetically, somebody would come over here on my page and drop like a $50 super chat, then drop a $20 super chat, right? And then the next day, this person emailing me like, hey, bro, what did I do to get blocked? I'm like, what you mean? Why would you get blocked? Then I go look in my block list. They blocked. Like, yo, who the hell blocked dude? A secret hater. Somebody who don't want nobody sending you showing no love, stuff like that. So then I went through my list, bro, hella 5 people that supported my channel was getting blocked. You know what I'm saying? People who didn't have wrenches. So I started seeing all that. I said, yeah, okay. But yeah, I found out who it was. Some secret haters. Africa is home in the super chat with that 10-piece. Much love, much appreciation, fam. Salute to you. So I understand the criticism of Boots for sparring Canelo, but I would feel different if it was dead. If he said EJ or Wilder fighting Canelo, he says they always show love to black fans. He said Bud did a lot of sus-ish in the past. I understand what you're saying. And Bud definitely did some suspect stuff back in the day, but, you know, I still don't like how Boots is moving. It's a lot of stuff in totality. Now the 86 in the super chat with the 2-piece. Appreciate the love. It says salute General and salute to the mighty LDBC. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. Wait a minute, let me see here. You said let me see what you say. Jermaine, you say 78 Roach turned down the Shakur fight, saying he needed a in-between fight since he spent all his time preparing for Tank. Is that not a duck? Well, if he did turn the Shakur fight down, then that is a duck. If Lamar Roach turned down Shakur Stevenson next, that's a duck because Shakur is a southpaw, Tank is a southpaw. Bro, what do you mean you need an in-between fight? You're going to mess around and get beat by somebody else, and then your value is going to, man, you should jump right on that. But I don't know if that's true or not. I got to be careful with them because the internet be having a lot of narratives. Drink More say, didn't Roach just imply he was getting step aside money? Now he's saying he isn't. Didn't think his camp through all the. No, I think Roach said he wanted some step aside money. I think Roach said he wanted some step aside money since Tank fighting Jake Paul, but he ain't getting it. No, Curtis, he didn't get no. Lamar Roach saying he didn't get no step aside money. He's saying that that's a fake internet narrative, and that's what we're talking about today. Fake internet narrative. You know, it's just people. in order to defend the guy that you like, people are putting out fake narratives. That's what they're doing. Shakur tweeted on his page that Roach turned it down. All right, I'll look at it. I'll look into it and then probably do a video. Drink more water. Now, you know as well as I do, if Lamont Roach lose his next fight to Joe Blow, he ain't gonna have no fans on Sunday morning. You know that, and I know that. Shout out to Vernon in the Cash App. Appreciate the love. He said boxing is officially WWE. We already know. Insane talk. What's happening with it? You say Lamont Roach don't get step aside money because the exhibition is not sanctioned. Lamont Roach should just move on at this point. He should move on and he should say, hey, look, man, at the end of the day, I beat Tank the first fight. They called it a draw. I got robbed. And then he should jump on the opportunity to fight these other big names. He should have jumped on that Shakur Stevenson fight. I don't know what's wrong with that. If that's true, that he turned it down, Lamont Roach is crazy. He crazy. I mean, look, Boost can redeem himself. He definitely can redeem himself if he start moving right. Other folks have redeemed themselves. But it's just like you can't be that talented and constantly turning down fights, bro. It's like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Do you just want to look good against chumps or, you know, man, I ain't got time for no more Tank Davises out here, man. Because Boots could have fought Bud, too. He could have fought Bud. When Bud was with Black Prime and they was looking for a fight for Bud, Boots got the offer. That would have been epic. Boots turned it down. Said he wanted to be loyal to Showtime. Then he left Showtime. Well, you know, Showtime, you know, out of business and didn't want to. Showtime didn't even sign him to no deal. It's just too many people, too many good fights that Boots has turned down, bro. So it's adding up nasty. NO195 is in the super chat with that 5-piece. Appreciate the support, brother. He says Boots better call Bud afterwards and tell him everything he's seen in there. I'm shocked. You know, that's some stuff Tim Bradley tried to put out, man. That's some stuff Tim Bradley tried to put out. Tim Bradley tried to put out some nonsense about Jaron Boots Ennis is rich secretly working for Bud and all this stuff. I'm like, man, shut up, Tim. Now if I found that out, I'd be the first one on here apologizing to the spook who sat by the door, Jaron Boots Ennis. And that would be some crow I would love to eat. Drink say nobody wanted to give Bud that in real time. MFers was clowning Black Prime. Yeah, they was because everybody was caught up in their emotions about the Spence and Crawford fight. And that's what I'm saying, bro. You know, I was going with Spence too, but I was not finna drag Black Prime when you're talking about a platform that is trying to get into the boxing game and a platform that my brother Blue Blood is connected to. Like, that's a no-brainer. I ain't got nothing bad to say about it. But, you know, everybody don't think like 78. Because one thing about me is if my homie winning, then I'm winning. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want enough people around me with money that's winning. So if I ever fall down, somebody can help me get back up. That's just the way I think. I'm not no hater. I don't be looking at, oh man, I hope they fail. I don't want to see him shining. I ain't shining. I don't want to see. No. I don't think like that. You know how I think? Man, if something happened and I lose everything, I need enough good people around me, good relationships, people who winning, where I can go with everybody and get along. That's how I think, bro. So I want people around me to win. Who this in the super chat? Let me see. Boxing fan times 4 in the super chat with the 2-piece. Appreciate the love, homie. He says, all Boots is leaving. He said, all Boots is leaving with his 12K in a positive test. Sheldon said that's how the LDBC haters think. Yeah, haters, that's why they click together. See, I'm gonna tell you something, man. It don't take long, bro. It don't take long before people show you who they really are because they can't hide it. It's like a disease. They wear it. It's haterism. It's like a cologne, a funky cologne that everybody can smell from a while, you know. And people gonna show you who they are, and they might think they deceiving you or they being clever and all that. Eventually, you're gonna start noticing a pattern with certain people. You're gonna start noticing it, and then they're all gonna click together. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Flies are attracted to boo-boo. See what I'm saying? So when you see a piece of boo-boo, when you see a piece of doo-doo somewhere, everybody that's around that doo-doo huddled up can't trust none of them. That's how I look at it. And it works. All you gotta do is just pay attention. Look at all the LDBC haters. Look at all the people who used to be with us but ain't with us no more. They all click together, and they all got the same thought process. They don't have no sense of community, no sense of family, no sense of togetherness. I'm your brother's keeper type of vibe. No, it's all about me. Why ain't nobody doing nothing for me? Why can't nobody watch my videos? Why can't I have this? And why people like 78 but they don't like me? And why they be watching this one but not me? Absolutely. So that's why sometimes it's best when you see a piece of doo-doo, it's best to leave it alone for a little while just to see who the doo-doo attracts. You gotta be, oh, 78, gotta get rid of that doo-doo, man. Get rid of that doo-doo. Get the doo-doo. I said, no, not yet. Let's just wait and see who is attracted to the doo-doo. Let's just wait and see. 601 Mac, what's happening with the G? Who's in here? Who got the cash app? Sniper in the cash app. Appreciate the love, homie. Says, salute 78. You steady preaching. Blessings. Much love, brother. Yeah, it ain't gonna take long. Stormy said, and mix that cologne with those who don't wash their pits and bottoms. Yeah. It get funky out here in these streets, man. Okay, well, I thought you got my number from Ram, bro. Hey, tell Ram to text you my number. Tell Ram to text you my number, bro. Or hit me in the if you on Instagram, hit me on Instagram and let me know it's you. Hit me on if you're on Instagram, hit me on Instagram right now so I can lock you in. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I don't just either hit me on Instagram or tell Ram to give you my number, and then text me and let me know that's you. Let's see here. We got Mo 2013. Salute. Hey man, it'd be easy to tell sometime, man. You can't hide who you really are. It's gonna come out eventually. But anyway, so yeah, man, we just don't need these narratives in the sport, bro. In my opinion, we don't need them. Like I understand if we gotta sell a fight, and I understand sometimes you need certain things to get some juice behind the fight, some popularity or some momentum behind the fight. But certain fights don't need it. They speak for themselves. Let me see here. Mook Styles P in the super chat with that 5-piece. Appreciate the support, bro. He says, I'm always riding with my brother 78. Super shout out to the mighty LDBC. I'm definitely coming to the next meet and greet. Yes, sir, brother. Appreciate the love. New York City, man. We gonna be in New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. You know what I mean? We're gonna be out there in New York. Having us a good old time. Let's see here. So yeah, we're gonna have a good time out there in NY next year. We're gonna either do June. We're shooting for June, but we're gonna either do June or we're gonna do August. But we're gonna shoot for June. Sneakers and boxing. What's happening? Yeah, so we're gonna be chilling, man. We gotta get some things situated. I hear you, Stephen L. Stephen L. say he coming with the Stacey Adams. Coming with some Stacey's, huh? Yeah, man. But anyway, y'all get them likes all the way up. Can we get over 400 likes in the building, ladies and gentlemen? Can we get over 400 likes in the building, ladies and gents? Darth back in that super chat with the 10-piece. Thank you, good brother. Salute to you, man. He says that Jake Paul fight, money won't last for Tank. In a few years, with all the court fees, low pay-per-view sales, and high living above his means lifestyle, with low ring fight activity. Hey man, you know I think that Tank, like with his lifestyle or with what he's trying to do, Tank has to get some investments going on. You know, if I'm to be honest with you, bro, this is the easiest thing to get into when you got that kind of money is real estate, buying up apartment buildings, and hellified laundromats. That's the easiest money you can make. Because, you know, yeah, you got to spend money on maintenance and all that kind of stuff, but the return on the investment, I think, is worth it if you get the right buildings and stuff like that. But I think Tank already got some. He already got some places, some real estate. He bought, I think, a couple years ago. But yeah, that's the best bet to try to, you know, make some money. You got to make small adjustments in your life. Yeah, boxing and barbecue. People be sleeping on laundromats. I don't know why. Come on, especially if you're from the streets. You from the streets, you need to wash some money. You better get you a laundromat. Easy breezy. They can't keep track of that, allegedly. Mm-hmm. And laundromats are always going to be in business because a lot of people don't like using their apartment building washer and dryer. Um, a lot of women be single mothers, don't like going in that basement of the apartment complex. Dudes be that hanging out down there smoking weed and whatnot. They don't like leaving their stuff unattended with people in these apartment buildings, and then everybody don't have a wash and dry in their home. So laundromats, easy. You got to wash your comforters, blankets, and stuff. Go to the laundromat, easy work. Yep. And them big old machines, the big washing machines, man, please. Some of them jokers be like $8.25 for one wash. You eat up in there. Then you put you a vending machine up in there. Put you a couple vending machines up in there. One for sodas and one for snacks. And you winning. Mac a day is Mac of the South. What it do, family? You said the arcade, yeah, arcades work good up in the laundromats too. Because some, women come with their kids, the kids be sweating them about, playing the little games and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta have an ATM machine up in there. ATM machine and a cash, coin machine, of course, You said they do keep track of water usage and electricity in laundromats. Yeah, they keep track of it, but it's very hard to find out how much people are making. I mean, how much money you're making in a laundromat. I mean, you can't lie. You can't tell no crazy lie. You know what I'm saying? But you can definitely finesse a little bit up in there. It varies. The startup cost varies in laundromats, bro. But I'll talk about that kind of stuff on Patreon. I ain't gonna get no game like that on YouTube. Too many haters watching. They don't like me, so I'm damn sure not gonna help them get on their feet. Exactly, Boston Barbecue. Hard money transaction. I see Shelton. You said now they got laundry washing machines with the credit card. I'm not using that mess. Absolutely not. I'm not using that mess. I'm getting the coins. Cold hard cash, man. I don't even play Monopoly with no credit card. My kids tell me, Dad, you want to play? Because that's what we do. We play Monopoly in my house, right? They want to play Monopoly? I go downstairs. A whole family sitting at the table waiting to play Monopoly. And they got the new Monopoly game with credit cards. So I said, what's this? I was like, I'm not playing this. I was like, no, I said, I'm not playing it. Nope. Because I can't cheat. I can't, unless y'all know how you cheat with the credit card. No, I got to be able to cheat. I got to be able to steal me some extra money. And you know how we do in Monopoly? I'm not going to play with no credit card. It's ridiculous. What's up, Phenomenal Mexican? Yeah, bro, I'm going to tell you something, man. Back in the day, a real Monopoly player, when they played with the cash, bro, y'all going to say this is crazy. Bro, I used to walk around with like probably about $5,000 to $6,000 worth of Monopoly money in my wallet, just in case I went by somebody's house talking crazy about Monopoly. I'm like, come on, let's play. Let's go ahead and play. They went, man, how this dude be getting all this money this quick, man? Man, I ain't see you winning. I ain't see me. Look, bro. Look, bro. Stop crying. Stop whining. Mm-hmm. Can't do it no more because don't nobody want to play with cash no more. I mean, I can't. I'm not playing Monopoly with no credit card. Can't do it. Yeah, Vegas was dope, man. We kicked the last players in Vegas. Yeah, it was fun, bro. Back in the day, I'm telling you, in the 90s and 2000s, I always had Monopoly money in my wallet or in my pocket somewhere, and it always came in handy. You know what I'm saying? I used to have trick dice too, the little loaded dice. But I stopped. You gotta be careful with that though, cause see, if I play with trick dice, I wasn't trying to beat nobody, beat their socks off. I only used it for like special occasions. Like one time we was gambling at this one cat crib. You know, he's one of my homies type of thing, right? And this dude was just salty, just jealous of me, man, just talking crazy. So I'm already beating him. I'm busting his head to the white meat, and but his girl's down there, so he's showing off. He jealous of my jury and all this type of stuff. He sneak this, and I don't know if he thought he was intimidating me or what, because you know what I'm saying, he missed the big bad gangster and all this old stuff, whatever, right? So he talking crazy, right? Which is cool. I'm cool with talking crazy. But so I'm beating him. I think I might have took like, I can't remember the number. It's like maybe like 20s, a little over 2,000, right? Might have took like a little over 2,000 from him. And so he broke. So I get up, like, all right, man, we finna head out there. Because I know better than to sit around this dude's house after I just beat him. So I said, all right, we can get up out of here. He's like, man, oh, come on. No, man, let's keep shooting. So he borrowing money from people. So he started borrowing money from people in the house. And he like, man, shoot that 2G's, shoot that 2G's. So now he talking greasy, calling me scary and all. You just want to run off with the money. Ooh, shoot 2G's. I said, okay, bet. It's my dice. I said, I'm finna pop you. So I put 2G's down. Everybody putting their side bets. And that's why I went to Old Reliable, back pocket. That one hit a quitter when you just got to bust them real quick and pick up the dice real quick. You know what I'm saying? So I bust them with them loaded dice, picked them up real quick, grabbed the money, got up out of there. ASAP rocking. So you gotta be careful with them trick dice. You end up in the alley somewhere with your feet cut off. Can't be playing like that with everybody. You just gotta know who you messing with them trick dice. Darth back in that super chat with the 5-piece. Appreciate you, fam. Says, meanwhile, Musty Jimmy Butler constantly showing us how to be locked in the on dominoes. Man, look here. Musty Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's still playing with yes, right, he over there in Golden State now. He said Shedeur Sanders might go to Tampa Bay because the Browns letting him go. What you hear about the Browns letting Shedeur go? They cutting him? Anybody else heard that? But I know the NFL got it in for him. The NFL definitely got it in for the Sanders family. Yeah, it's wild. But anyway, smash that like button as well, y'all. Appreciate y'all joining me. I'm going and get out here in these streets, start shaking and moving. I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute though. 78 Sports TV, salute to the mighty. LDBC, smash that like button, share the video. We're out here though. Deuces.